Hi everyone, it's Wise Terry here. Today I'm going to talk about why do some people take their virtual achievements so seriously? Why do they think that others really care about their achievements in games? Well, I'm not going to maybe answer this second part so well because I'm a bit unsure myself. Do they really think people care so much or not? But I have definitely noticed that people like to show off a lot, and it has made me wonder, is the desire really so high to show off that they cannot resist it? Does it really give so much satisfaction? Because to me, I kinda cannot understand it. I mean, I do get the happy feeling they have, and I am happy for people who are happy, but I don't know how to react who constantly brag and show off. And there are two specific things that people like to show off in games that I don't quite understand. First thing is RNG, when people get carried by RNG. So basically, they get super lucky. And as an example, I would like to use game Black Desert Online that I'm playing a lot. People who know, they know, but basically, Black Desert is known to have some crazy low chances for some things to succeed or some things to drop. And I do understand that people will be happy if they do get carried. But at the same time, I am feeling a bit sorry for people who have to constantly see it. And I myself have actually sometimes felt a bit demotivated if I see someone is super carried, super lucky, and I am not. It definitely takes away some motivation. And actually, I have seen some people literally react to some carried people by calling them out a bit, I guess, saying like, "Do you really need to show off that much? That I would rather not see it." I'm not saying it's a good thing to call out or a good way to handle such situations. I think it's better to try to ignore and yeah, shift your thoughts away or whatever if you don't want to see it. But at the same time, I can totally understand that if someone is constantly showing it to your face, then you may start feeling a bit demotivated. If someone is super carried with the same thing, that may take you maybe 50 more tries or whatever, or like 50 or even 500 extra hours to get the same result. And I can totally understand that it can be demotivating. And that's why I think it's something that people who are lucky, they should also maybe try to see it from people's perspective who are not so carried. And they should be maybe more considerate, would be nice of them, would be kind towards others, especially if they are their guildmates. Of course, I understand we should be happy for our guildmates doing well too, but everything has a limit in sense that some people are literally constantly bragging. Sometimes it can be too much for some people, and I can totally understand it. If it was, let's say, a PvP fight, so player versus player, and someone is kind of showing off, I guess, their skill, I think this is definitely better because this means you're skilled at something. It's not just that you got lucky, but this means you actually did something to become good at it. And when someone is showing off this kind of things, I think this is much better because this is something you have earned, and it definitely makes more sense as long as it didn't take too many sacrifices, I guess, like giving up your real life to become skilled or becoming skilled because you have been addicted for too long, which means also there are probably some bad outcomes. Being skilled at something could be totally a better thing to show off, I guess, if someone wants to show off so much. But I have a feeling that many players show off in games to compensate the lack of attention in real life, to make up for the lack of achievements in real life, as it's much easier to achieve things in video games. And the second point I want to cover under this topic is that when it comes to, so to say, no life in games, people quite often are trapped because of addiction or whatever else. And I always feel like if they are bragging about playing, I don't know, 10 to 20 hours a day while not being a content creator, so they are not making any money out of it, but they are just using their time in this virtual world a bit too much, I would say. They barely get any sleep, and they are so proud of how fast they are improving, and they are kind of bragging in front of others how, oh, I played 20 hours yesterday. I got only 4 hours of sleep, and I'm like, okay, and good, you are satisfied, but I don't feel like I want to encourage this kind of addiction or kind of unhealthy lifestyle. you know, I don't know how to react in this kind of situation because it's obviously something not really good. But at the same time, of course, I don't want to make them feel bad because if I see they are enjoying it, at least at the moment, and I want to let them have their moment, I guess. But again, if it lasts for too long and they constantly keep talking about it as if it's a competition, or I don't know why it's something to show off, but some are really talking about it as if they are proud of getting so little amount of sleep and giving up their real life for gaming or whatever. It just makes me a bit confused. And again, I don't know how to react to it. I'm just trying to stay neutral. And well, sometimes I'm saying, I guess, congratulations. But the worst part comes when they want to keep talking about it. I usually hope it's done, but if they keep talking about it, then, you know, as if I have to keep reacting or responding something to it. But I don't want to encourage that lifestyle. So yeah, it just makes me quite confused sometimes how to deal with this situation. And something I have definitely noticed is that such people tend to get a burnout sooner or later. And when it happens, it quite often might be too late for them. So I actually once felt a burnout. It was when playing Black Desert Online. I was also playing probably too much, but just I guess I was trying to be too efficient. And this is the main reason that gave me a burnout. But I realized it, I guess, before it was too late. And I decided to calm down and just continued playing much more casually, just for fun. I had to remind myself that I'm playing games to have fun with the game, not to grind for achievements to seek validation from others. I mean, playing for achievements can be fun too, of course, but I think it shouldn't be fun mainly because you can show off. I think it should be fun because the gameplay itself is fun, because the process itself is fun, not only when you can show off something is fun. I think then there might be a problem if the end result, so to say, when you can show off is the main enjoyment. But the fact that people get a burnout is a clear indicator that playing way too much isn't really about enjoyment. It's about aiming for something without probably enjoying the process enough. It is much more common for, so to say, hardcore no lifers who are playing games to prove something to others to get a burnout compared to casuals. And I think it speaks for itself. And there is actually one part that I want to mention. It's slightly funny, but it's actually quite sad. Is that many people, especially when they maybe get lucky with something or whatever, get carried, so to say, they react so much to it. They are somehow so happy about it that their expressions are, I guess, to some extent overwhelming. But I think most of them, maybe even all of them, wouldn't have a so big reaction if they have a baby born in real life, a healthy baby, which I would consider to some extent a miracle. But I don't think they would have so big reaction in real life to this kind of important event But yeah, I have noticed that some people react crazy big to their achievements in games. They are crazy happy, but they don't feel so happy about such huge, important events in real life. I mean, isn't it weird? This already shows that there might be a problem. Anyway, what I want to say is I believe people are much more capable than they think they are to live better lives in the real world so that they don't have to play games hardcore to show off and get noticed and get some validation in virtual world from strangers. I think people can do just good things to others in real life and they will get their validation, they will get praise, and they will be happy. I'm nobody to tell people what they should do or how they should play games, but if it made anyone think twice about how and why they are playing a game, I guess it's good enough for me, as I guess the outcome of it should either stay the same or probably lean towards more fun and healthier side of gaming. I don't think things would get worse. Wouldn't make any sense at least. But yeah, that's it about this topic today. And I want to ask you some suggestions. What should I talk about in the future? If your suggestions are interesting enough that I think I have something to say about it, and it isn't something that I for sure don't want to talk about it, something I guess unpleasant, then your suggestions are more than welcome, and I definitely would appreciate if I get some good suggestions that I can talk about in the future. That's it for today. See you. Take care. Bye.